cosmic opulence. So in the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye to behold his Vishvarupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. And specifically in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form, is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye.
So the Atma Pramana, in Swamiji's own words, the first experience was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360, all of that as me. We can continue to the next slide. So the Pratiksha Pramana, the empirical evidence from observations and scientific experiments, show that when doing daily activities, high activity is measured in the brain where the third eye is located. And when in deep samadhi state, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace. And experiments were the Sakshi Pramana, the experience and results of the, continue to the next slide, please. The Sakshi Pramana is the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestations happening through the initiative disciples of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism. This rare sacred science of the third eye awakening is being made available to humanity for their ultimate enrichment and conscious and evolution by the Supreme Concept of Hinduism as a living incarnation of Paramashivoham, the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, profound yogic state that surpass all bounds of time, space, and matter. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism is gifting this pure, great science of third eye awakening, along with many other spiritual sciences, through initiation, the Diksha, of millions of people that have been initiated by the Supreme Concept of Hinduism and are experiencing the profound results as extraordinary powers in their everyday life. So now we will be experiencing directly the power manifestation and the demonstration of the blindfold reading. So, Ma Madra, you can take it away, Ma.
Yes. So with me, I have this eye band, which I will be using for the power of third eye. And in front, it is a thick opaque plastic sheet, and in the back, it is thick sponge. All of you can see. And it will cover all the light around my eyes. It will also cover the bridge of the nose over here. So there will be no way of light entering into my eyes. And actually, this eye band is also certified by an ophthalmologist. So this eye band will be put on my eyes by a volunteer. And then anyone of you watching us live on YouTube can put your comments in the YouTube comment section. So now a volunteer will be putting on this eye band on my eyes. Yes, so now the eye band has been put on. You can see I will be turning to my right, left, up, and down. So all of you can see that there is no gaps anywhere around my eyes. And now the YouTube comments, the live YouTube comments will be projected in front of me. Yes, so we have the last comment from Kshipra Prasadinikananda, who has put Muruga, and then before that she has put Lord Shiva. And then we have a comment before that from Mylin Saimori, who has put 3 Namaskar emojis and then 4 flower emojis, and then a rose emoji, and then 2 heart emojis with stars, and then a white flower emoji. And then about that, Kailas has Ma Lilian has put 3 rose emojis, and then Murti Aduri Aya has put Jai Shri Krishna and 2 Namaskar emojis, and then before that Sandhya Nambiar has put 4 Namaskar emojis. So yes, a few of the comments, and all of you can see the comments being projected. And with that, now in the interest of time, the volunteer will be removing my evidence, and we will be moving on to the further segments of this program. So I request the volunteer to remove the iPad. Yes, so now all of you can see the IBAN. It is just as it was before. There's nothing added or removed from it. So all of you can, we will be moving to the next segments of this program, where we will be learning more about Devi Parashakti and getting the blessings of Devi Parashakti. So I thank all of you who have joined us for this power manifestation segment. And please stay tuned for the further segments of this program, where you will be learning more about Devi Parashakti.
ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்ற தாய் காளி. ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி. ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி. ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் ஸ்ரீ.
Nithyanandam, welcome back to your viewers. Now let us enter into this next segment and understand what is the divine feminine consciousness. We can continue to the next slide. So let us first chant the Dhyana Shloka of Devi Parashakti.
सिन्दूरारुण विग्रहां त्रिनयनां माणिक्यमौली स्फुरते तारानायकशेखरां स्मितमुखीं मापीनवक्षोरुहां पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीं सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्. And this comes from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana Shloka.
The translation of this is to be meditated upon as shining in a vermilion and red body, with a triple eyes sporting a crown of rubies, studded with the crescent moon, a face all smiles, a splendid bust, one hand holding a jewel cup brimming with mead, and the other twirling a red lotus.
And another verse which also comes from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana Shloka, which describes Devi Parashakti's beauty. Arunam karunam tarangatakshim dhrutapashankushapushpabanachapam animadiviravrtam ayukaihi rahamityeva vibhavaye bhavanim.
So the translation of this verse, I meditate on the great empress. She is red in color and her eyes are full of compassion. She holds the noose, the goad, the bow, and the flowery arrow in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as anima for rays. She is the self within me.
And Devi Parashakti is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. Parashakti is the cosmic mother. It is her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes come out and go in, and the source where the Big Bang and black holes go on and on. And Parashakti is the source Shakti, the source energy, the source power, from which all of us came, in which all of us are in even now, and in which all of us are going to merge.
Out of her extreme love and compassion, Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nijavatara of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, and gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, reviving our past, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truth, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. In the words of Devi Parashakti herself, raising as Omkara, expressing as the Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Vyumkara, filled as Parashurasi, living in the 40 triangles, the Kailasa Swamini, who is the Kailasa Sripura Chintamani, Parashurasi, sitting as part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari, who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manormani, Meenakshi. As Nithyananda, I took Nijavatara here to give good boon to everyone, to bestow all goodness. Hiranya Garbha Bharupini, Brahmanda Yoni Shami, Chandra Mauli, Rapala, Aparna, Uma, Parvati, Savitri, Navayavana, Samrajya Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi, taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara. With great compassion, I am blessing. Listen, people, to do good to all of you, I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara. Raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, Shiva manifesting as the source of existence, powers of existence, expression of existence, from the oneness of Om, blossoming as two into Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as three Shaktis, Ichakya Jnana, growing as the four Vedas, expanding as the five Panchabhutas, beyond the six chakras, filled as the Gotras of the seven Rishis, expanding as eight directions, existing as the nine Grahas, blossoming as the 10 Indriyas, being as the 11 Rudras, creating all the world, bringing to life, to tell and make truth blossom, and to do good. So, how do we receive Devi Parashakti? The Supreme Concept of Hinduism has revealed, literally, you are seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at that moment. She is there in your screen. So always receive her very traditionally. Keep 2 betel leaf, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and 1 coin in front of her in the screen. Watch Devi. The coin is considered the traditional dakshina in the Hindu tradition. It can be even the lowest value. In India, it can be even 1 paise. In the US, it can be even 1 cent. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism is not trying to monetize. Keep even 1 cent, it is okay. So for the 100 days, if you have darshan, it will add up to $1. In India, even 1 paise is okay. So you can offer that dakshina to Devi, and after the darshan is over, do the namaskar and eat the banana, betel leaf, and betel nut. Take it as prasadam immediately. Collect those coins and send them to the LA temple. This betel leaf, betel nut may look too small, but in a few days, you will see how much it adds to your sentiment that really she is there. You will not take Devi darshan for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous, unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you and raise you to the powerful cognition. It will break your unconscious behavior. So here is how you can set up your tambulam with 2 betel leaf, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and 1 coin. And you can set this in front of Devi every time you are having Devi Parashakti Akashic reading and darshan. And you can just receive all of the grace and blessings of Devi Parashakti. So with this, we will be concluding this portion of the program and enter the next segment where we will understand some of the revelations made by Devi Parashakti herself. So we'll be right back after a very short break and enter into the next segment.
காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினியில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய் மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளே Om Shakti, Om Kali, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti.
காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினி உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
Yadumai Kali, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti.
Now we'll be entering into the next segment, some of the revelations made by Devi Parashakti for humanity. 8th of June 2021. The Hindu, Jnana, Sannyasa, Yoga, Grahastha, the multiple spiritual ecosystems are created for these souls to come back and rebirth and grow more and more towards enlightenment, quickly, easily, in accelerated speed and space. Now, too many souls from the cosmos are landing into this Bhumandala to be part of Kailasa and to manifest Kailasa. That is the reason the rate of expansion of the universe has been accelerated, and intense ecosystem for enlightened beings and incarnations to land is being manifested by me through my Nijavatara Nithyananda and this Kailasa. All the blessed, fortunate beings will be attracted to Kailasa and experience liberation. Kailasa is the space where Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the cosmic science, is nationalism. This cosmic law is the country law. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is the nationalism. This cosmic truth will be truth of the country, society, ecosystem, society. Because Kailasa cosmic ecosystem is manifesting, expansion of the universe has been accelerated. The universe is celebrating the happening of my Nityavatara, Nithyananda, and this Kailasa. Let us understand exactly how the universe is not just expanding, but is expanding at an accelerated rate.
400,000 years after the birth of the universe, also known as the Big Bang. Data to the previous slow exploratory phases 1, 2, and 3. The Slow Digital Sky Survey now has a database of 4 million galaxies and quasars, assembling the largest and most complete 3D map of the universe to date. This unprecedented achievement provides scientists with new tools for shedding light on dark energy and also for constraining the theory of general relativity, leading to a better understanding of the fundamental laws that rule our universe.
Yeah. So now that we've understood how the universe is expanding at an accelerated speed, let us look at some more research that has been showing this. Yes, we can move to the next slide, please. So in National Geographic, it was published that the universe seems to be expanding faster than all expectations. New evidence deepens a mystery around the Hubble constant and one of the most important numbers in cosmology. Next slide, please. So fresh evidence suggests that the universe is expanding faster today than it did in its infancy, and a difference that has set off a search to understand what cosmic forces could be at play. If confirmed, the changing rate, which then that had been projected, would force us to reconsider a fundamental aspect of the cosmos. So as we know, Devi has already revealed the reason is expanding at an accelerated rate, and that is the cosmic force that is causing the universe to expand at an accelerated rate is, of course, the supreme concept of Hinduism, the avatar descending onto planet Earth. Yes, we can move to the next slide, please. So in other research in Harvard University, it states that there are independent results that have now demonstrated time and time again that the universe is accelerating in its expansion. So as we know, there is multiple research showing that, in fact, the universe is expanding at an accelerated rate. And as they be revealed, the universe is expanding at an accelerated rate because of all of the beings landing from Kailasa. So let us understand from the supreme concept of Hinduism himself about the expansion of the universe and the expansion happening at an accelerated rate.
Chemistry, biology of this pralaya. How, why, when this pralaya will what way we should protect ourselves to survive this pralaya, understand? Just like protecting yourself from COVID-19 needs a specific instructions and understandings. Same way protecting yourself from this pralaya, you need a specific understandings and instruction. COVID can come only airborne. COVID-19 virus can come only airborne. But this pralaya, pandemic's impact can come on. Understand. Even one negative news, some celebrity whom you really looked up is died by corona, COVID-19 is enough to put you in such life negative mood, lost trust on life. And this whole pandemic fatigue and suicidal arrogance can be instigated in you. So I'll tell you precisely physics, chemistry, biology of this pralaya and give you specific instructions to protect yourself and sail through, not only sail through, use this pralaya for a beautiful superconscious breakthrough and enlightenment. So all the Paramashivoham program participants and all the satsangis, all the initiated disciples, all the Paramashivoham season 8 participants, sit with high awareness. And I have a video to present to all of you. Please watch it very sincerely because I have many things to tell you after this video. Please watch it. You are looking at the most detailed three-dimensional map of the universe known to humankind, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey. Scientists around the world have just completed a 20-year-long survey of the night sky. Distances of more than 4 scientists shed light on the remaining mysteries of the universe. Let's go on the journey from the local stars to the largest scales of our universe. The local stars that draw familiar constellations in the night sky in the neighborhood of the Earth, in addition to our own Milky Way, billions of galaxies are spread throughout the observable universe. Faster than light, we will take you through space in the journey from our place in the Milky Way all the way out to the large-scale structures of the visible universe, and we'll tell you about how we're mapping it out. In 1998, the scientific community has realized that the universe is not only expanding, but its expansion is accelerating. Unexpected acceleration constitutes one of the major conundrums in physics. The acceleration may be accounted for by either assuming that there exists some mysterious dark energy or by modifying Einstein's theory of gravity, called general relativity. In the same year, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey was launched to tackle this enigma of the accelerating expansion of the universe. The Sloan Digital Sky Survey is a vast collection of the angular positions of galaxies observed in the sky, as well as their distances from us, determined by observing the systematic shift of galactic light induced by the expansion of the universe, the so-called redshift. In the map of our universe, the large dark patches are mostly regions obscured by the Milky Way that cannot be observed. For the last 20 years, through 4 exploratory phases, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey has created the most detailed 3-dimensional maps of the universe. To achieve this, it focused on different classes of galaxies, nearby galaxies, more distant star-forming luminous distant working until 2020. During this time,
Yes. Now that we've heard from the Supreme Pontiff about about how the universe is expanding at an accelerated rate, and we know why from Devi Parashakti revelations that the universe is expanding because so many beings are landing in Kailasa to be a part of this great happening of Kailasa and to be a part of the revival of Hinduism. So if you would like to be a part of this revival of Kailasa, you can sign up to be an e-citizen of Kailasa at kailasa.org, and you can avail Hinduism has to offer and all of the beautiful things that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been gifting to the world, to humanity, for which he took this avatar. So with this, we will be concluding this portion of the program and entering into the next, where we will be understanding some of the offerings that we can make to Devi Parashakti. So stay tuned to learn how you also can connect with Devi Parashakti more deeply and receive all of the blessings and graces of Devi herself. So stay tuned for the next segment. We'll be right back after a very quick break.
காளியின் ஆட்ட ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்று. நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என் வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய்.
Nithyanandam, welcome back to all of the viewers who are gathering with us right now after the most of Bhagavan Sri Krishna on the occasion of Krishna Janmashtami. And I'm sure that each and every one of you who has just been a part of the darshan is still reeling, as am I, for after that most exquisite, sacred, spiritual feast that we just had with the incarnation, the greatest celebration on planet Earth. And I'm wishing each and every one of you a continued celebrations of Krishna Janmashtami wherever you are in the world. I'm sure that you are continuing your celebrations in different ways, in different forms, and going to the temple, doing our regular Hindu rituals, festivities on this. We celebrate the divine in the most celebratory, blissful, ecstatic form, Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Now, let us go on into the next segment of today's program of the different sevas that you can offer to Devi Parashakti. Had forewarned the whole humanity of the way that the whole existence is expanding. How we can offer our gratitude to Devi Parashakti is now what we're going to go over. Understand that masculine and feminine energies, both consciousness, have to be expressed equally
and every human being to be enlightened. And in these there are 5 different areas that we need to be complete with, manifest complete completion in order to achieve enlightenment. One is the Pitrus, Kula Devatas, parents, nature, and Guru. And in each of these ways, we have to experience complete enlightenment. Incompletions or life negative and adharmic cognitions in the 5 dimensions leads to misconstrued karana and karya, further leading to suffering and pain and calamities in the individual and levels as well. And being sensitive is being aware and gratitude to life, everything from the air we breathe, the place that we sit, the energy to feel that you exist, and the energy to celebrate that you exist. Every single energy that we have inside of us. And in fact, these energies are represented each by a different form of Devi Parashakti, all together being the Brahmanda Yoni, the 3-dimensional or the sacred geometric figure of Sri Devi is where all the 43 energies which constitute our human body are represented by different triangles and different geometric shapes. And that is worshipped as God and as Devi Parashakti herself. Awakening the sacred feminine is key to enlightenment. And when awakened by a man, the sacred feminine consciousness, he becomes a great leader. When a woman expresses the sacred feminine consciousness, she becomes literally Devi herself. And we'll now understand how conscious sovereignty is the key to awaken the sacred feminine consciousness. Out of millions of paths, the easiest, most beautiful path to enlightenment is connecting with the cosmos as mother, Devi Parashakti, the cosmic feminine consciousness. And she is the one who expresses as Guru all gods and all the manifestations in the universe. She can straightaway deliver enlightenment by connecting through the cosmic umbilical cord. And as we are beginning these offerings, you should not understand them as a benefit or something that you can add to the divine. It is instead something that will close the gap between ourselves and the divine consciousness. When we achieve completion with the Divine Mother, her infinite powers with her sweet grace start nourishing all the dimensions through the cosmic umbilical cord. There is nothing too small or too big which can offer to connect with the Divine Mother. It has to be from the space of love of a child looking at her mother and handing her what it has to share, whether it is a cup of milk, a flower, or it can be a precious jewel just to bring a smile on the mother's face. And the mother only does it because she knows that her child loves her and she's accepting her child's love, even if that flower, that cup of milk really doesn't add anything to her. Vedic rishis have actually clearly stated the techniques to connect with the sacred feminine consciousness. And they all constitute of the different rituals and the elaborate ways that you can worship Devi Parashakti. Mother worship is considered the most non-violent, most peace-centered, most healing, soothing, and sweet path to enlightenment among all traditions on planet Earth. Worshipping includes contemplating, meditating through, and having so many different breakthroughs through the energy of Devi Parashakti. Now let us understand why divine feminine. Divine feminine consciousness is the ultimate consciousness, and it has so much of power, where Devi Parashakti's energy permeates through all living beings, and she is the source of all existence. She is the source of the billions and billions of universes which we all come from, which we are in right now, and which we will merge back into at the end of our lives. And there was just a verse which I'll now be reading out the translation, where it says, I walk as the 11 Rudras, I walk as the Vasus, I walk as the Vishnu and other Adityas, and all divine forms, the Vishvadevas, hold aloft Mitra and Varuna, even as Indra and Agni I do in the Ashwin twins too. So, and she says, Ekadash Rudras, Maharudra, Ashtavasus, Dvadashadityas, Vishvedevata, all of them are in my retinue, and I move around in my various forms with them as my retinue, including Mitra, Varuna, Indra, Agni, and the Ashwin twins. Understand that Devi here is declaring herself as the inner self of all gods, the divine energies, and she is pervading and permeating through all. And she is literally the soul consciousness in all of these great cosmic beings. Now let us go over the various different offerings that you can make to Devi Parashakti today. And we've been blessed to have over even the last month of Adivalli and many Adivalli, we had darshan on the Varalakshmi Pratham day of Devi Parashakti and every Friday of the last Adivalli month. And out of our gratitude to Devi Parashakti for coming down, manifesting through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and gracing each and every one of us, no matter where we are, from the comfort of our couch, we gratitude through these various different offerings. And to begin with, we have the E-Hundi offering, which is a donation that you can make for any amount, and it can be really any amount, even if you feel it's just $1 or can be $20 or more than that. Devi Parashakti is known and referred as Bhakti Priya, meaning the adorer of devotion. She just accepts whatever devotion that you have. So you can offer this E-Hundi offering out of your utmost devotion to Devi Parashakti. We also have here the Sankalpa. And in the Saundarya Lahari, which is basically the ecstatic expression of Sri Adi Shankaracharya, it describes how he prays to Devi Parashakti that let the chanting of your name, let the chanting of any mantra become the chanting of your name inside my inner space. And Adi Shankaracharya had known the importance of literally just keeping the name of Devi Parashakti inside of your inner space. And we also have the Devi Sahasranama Kasu that you can offer, as well as the Mukta Anguti here. The Mukta Anguti is the pearl ring, and it says that in the Devi Suktam, let the goddess who brings good fortune bring all good health in your life as well. And we also have here the Swarna Padma Pushpa, Parashakti in the form of Lakshmi, is described with the following verse. It says, Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayini Mantra Mule Prade Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. And literally it is worshipping Devi Parashakti, Lakshmi herself, and who is seated on the lotus. So you can also offer the lotus. And the next offering we have is the Swarna Metti, as you can see here. Swarna Metti is a very powerful offering, especially having considered it in the Saundarya Lahari once again. Adi Shankaracharya, who is Paramashiva himself, says that Brahma had created the whole universe just with the feet dust of Devi Parashakti. And it is what Adishesha has literally lied down on and given him enlightenment. And it is what the Paramashiva himself wears as the holy ash or the vibhuti. Understand that this is the offering of adorning the sacred feet, which have literally, which feet dust has literally created this whole universe. The next offering we have is the Mangtika. The Mangtika is the offering of the golden ornament of the hairline jewelry, another very beautiful offering. And the next offering we have is the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. And there's a beautiful verse again from Adi Shankaracharya where it says, Yasome gatam dikshu dhana prathagnya gror agni padme. And sorry, that verse had just gone. So literally it says that whether I achieve all of the different luxuries in my life, if I achieve the best relationships in my life, if I achieve the best wealth in my life, if I do not surrender at the feet of the Guru, then what is the point of all of this? What is the people had the opportunity today to offer this puja and are still offer on such a special occasion. And as well, if you'd like to make any of these offerings for a different occasion, perhaps when you are ready for the offering, when you are able to, like when you have the funds ready, or if you want to offer for your birthday, for a marriage anniversary, or for anything. In the Hindu tradition, we always invite God into our life whenever we're taking new steps into our lives, whether it is our birthday or anniversaries, or we're starting a new business venture, or even if we are buying a new car, we offer our gratitude first. So if you'd like to make any of these offerings, you can go ahead to the payment link, which is also in the scroll beneath us. And you can go and it'll look like this. And once you get to this page, you can go ahead and select the drop-down menu. And in the drop-down menu, you'll be able to scroll through and see all of the various offerings that you can make today. And offerings in different levels of the offerings. And some of them have 3 different levels, and you can choose which level you're more comfortable with so that you can make the offering and offer your gratitude to Devi Parashakti, and it'll be a way that you can express your gratitude without any kind of trace of fear or greed. So as you can see here, once you have selected in the drop-down menu what you want, you can proceed to checkout, and then you'll be led to this page where you're going to fill out your billing details and your credit card details, and you can see the different types of card which are accepted as well here. So once you are done with this, then it's required that you make sure that you are filling out the Sankalpa 2021 form. This is a very required step, so make sure that you're doing that. And we're also just going to go over briefly how to make a donation through the YouTube Super Chat. And many of you are joining right now on YouTube, and it's always so nice to see each and every one of you in the comments. And especially during the darshan, there's so many people. I request each and every one join this channel as a member. There's various different levels of it as well, so you never have to feel as though you're not able to make a payment or you're not able to join as a member. There's so many different levels, and you can join as a member. And here we have the way that you can join. So once you click join, as you saw on the previous slide, you can pay for your membership either with Google Pay, with credit card or debit card, or with PayPal. So we have different options here that will work for you if perhaps you are not, you do not have a credit card or debit card or any of these traditional shopping methods nowadays. So with this, it brings us to a conclusion of this segment in today's program. The various different offerings that you can make to Devi Parashakti. It's always such a pleasure to be able to share with each and every one of you the greater context behind each and every one of these offerings, and invite you to experience the sweetest, most intimate relationship with the divine cosmic mother. So with this, we'll now be coming to a conclusion of this segment, and we will be right back with you and continuing on in the next segments of today's program after a short break.
காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினி உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குருபதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குருபதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாளே, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குருபதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினி உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி பரமசிவ பக்தி பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
Nithyanandam, welcome back to this segment of the Kailasa's de facto spiritual embassies, which are now COVID care protection centers, with the blessings of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivan's blessings. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasugadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhum Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Nama. In this, if you're seeing across the statistic, due to the pandemic, the effect of the anxiety, the mental disorders or depressive disorders and various other disorders due to the stress. The younger adults are more likely to report these symptoms. According to the statistics, the younger adults at age 18 to 24 affected 56.2%, and ages 25 to 49 affected 48.9%, and ages 50 to 64 affected 39.1%, and ages 65 plus 29.3% affected. So the average share of adults are reporting symptoms of anxiety disorder and or depressive disorder, what it used to be in January to June in the year of 2019 was 11%. Now, in this year beginning, just in 1 month in January itself, it rose to 41.1%. You can see some more statistics which shows the younger adults are the most affected. And the employees, what employees say, that they feel more than half the time at work. They say they are tired, 34%, and 34% say they are stressed, and 27% say they are burnt out, and 22% say they are discouraged, and 19% say they are distracted, and 17% say they are depressed.